Is therapy worth it? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's Mindfulness Monday video, this is a new series that I'm doing on my channel. If you did not see last week's episode, it was the first episode in that series. I'll link it down in the description box. But basically this series is just going to be me sharing with you a mindfulness technique that I found helpful over the last couple years. I have been actively practicing mindfulness to help with my mental illness, with my anxiety and depression for, let's see, about 2 years now, almost 3. Wow, that's crazy. So I thought that this series would be a great way to share just what tips have helped me personally with my anxiety and depression. And I'm by no means an expert. I'm just sharing my own experience of different things that have helped me when I'm really struggling with my anxiety and depression, in hopes that it'll help you if you're someone even just struggling with stress relief or anxiety or depression like me or anything like that. I thought this would just be a good way to kind of spread some positive, like helpful tips on healthy, natural ways to cope with those things. You know, I don't think it necessarily means anything like you're broken or you need to be fixed, but I do think mindfulness techniques can help if you're someone that is struggling with those. That's the series I'm currently doing. Every Monday I'm going to be uploading a video. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss out on a video in this series. I wanted to try and be really genuine with you guys, share my story a little bit. Real talk, it took me all day to sit down and film this. It's about 8:45 right now and I usually go to bed at like 9. I think that mental illness and the struggles of mental illness are still kind of a taboo topic. Look at mental illness with like a more of a positive light rather than it's something that needs to be fixed. I think it's just part of who we are. For my video today, because this is such a long intro, is therapy worth it? Let's talk about it. I still feel like with as much as anxiety and depression and all of that has been talked about so much in recent years, I still think that talking about therapy and going to therapy, sometimes I still feel like that's taboo. I've been going to therapy now for about 3 years, and I did go for about a year when I was in high school, and then I took several years off and then went back. I don't think that therapy is something that you feel like you're too weak and you need therapy. I think that therapy is great for anyone, whether you struggle with anxiety and depression or you don't, even if you're just stressed. Therapy is a great way to just give you some insight, and if you are fortunate enough to be able to afford to go to therapy, you know, there's so many avenues now that make it more affordable for people. I do think anyone can benefit from it. For my own personal experience, when I was in high school, I did go to, she was a child psychologist, I believe, that I went to see. I was very against it when I was young. I thought it meant that there was something wrong with me. I wasn't well educated in it, but I just had a lot of really limiting beliefs, a lot of really negative, misinformed beliefs about what therapy was and what it was not. Therapy over these last 3 years has been life-changing. When I was in high school, I didn't want to talk to my therapist. I didn't like really want to participate. It took me a lot to even get a little bit forward in therapy with that particular therapist. But now, since I've been an adult and have found my own therapist that specialized in mindfulness techniques, and he is honestly so great. Like, I am so thankful that I stumbled upon him because he has taught me so much and so many techniques, and that's kind of part of what I'm sharing with you with this series, is the things that I've learned from going to therapy with him. And he's taught me a lot about having faith in myself, a strong sense of knowing that I can handle anything that life throws at me. And I think that that's so important, because I feel like a lot of people, when they think of therapy, they think that someone's telling you how things are. And I don't know, maybe some therapists do that you kind of talk to them and then they analyze it and tell you what they think. I'm not laying on a couch, I'm not going, you know, oh, woe is me, my life is terrible, and then he's prescribing, you know, well, this instance is what has changed your entire life. My point is, therapy is so worth it. I would really recommend doing your research. So take the time to search for therapists in your area, figure out what you want to do. You can do in-person therapy, or I know that there's apps and things like that that you can actually use now to get therapy virtually. I don't have any personal experience with that, so I can't speak for that. I do like having someone face-to-face to talk to in person, just because I feel like it's more genuine, and I feel that, you know, it's more of a setting a structured time for yourself. And So I would recommend it in person just because that's what I've used and that's what I have found the most beneficial. But do your research. There's so many different types of therapists. There's so many branches of therapy. Figure out what it is that you're actually looking for. Who you choose matters. Take a session, and if you don't vibe with them, don't feel like you have to stick with them. You want to be able to feel like you can be completely open and honest with your therapist, because the thing is if you're not going to be open and honest with your therapist, there's really no point in going to therapy. My therapist, man, knows the inner workings of what goes on in my brain, like more so than anyone else in my life except for maybe myself. Just go in with an open mind, honestly. If you want therapy to be worth it to you, if you want to really feel like you're getting the most out of therapy that you possibly can, and if you do want to feel like it's worth it, which it is, to go into it with an open mind, you have to go into it letting the conversation go where it wants to go. That's the biggest thing with mindfulness, right? Is you're being present in the moment, not stressing about the past or overanalyzing the past or stressing about the future. You're just here right now. And that's what I love about therapy, because it allows you to narrow in on what's going on right now rather than obsessing over, you know, the past and what it helps you kind of make sense of it. I really love therapy. I'm an advocate for it, and I'm really just creating this video to create an open conversation and share with you that I have gained so much from therapy, and it wasn't because I felt like I needed fixing. Like, going to therapy does not mean you need to be fixed or that there's anything wrong with you. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and I do think it can benefit anyone, whether you feel like you have a mental illness or you don't. It is 100% worth it as long as you find a therapist that is the right fit for you. That is my quick mindfulness Monday tip. I hope that you found this video helpful. If it's your first time stumbling on one of my videos, feel free to hit that subscribe button, stay a while, comment down below. If you are watching this, let's be part of the conversation, let's chat. Let's just do it, you know? Let's break that stigma. I'm so over not feeling like I can talk about mental illness and therapy. Hey, I'm in therapy and I'm proud. Like that SpongeBob clip. What is it? I am ugly and I am proud. Bailey just looked at me like I was crazy when I did that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be coming at you tomorrow with another video. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media. I'll pop those up on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. I am really excited to be sharing these videos with you guys. I really love the idea of this series, of the positivity of this series, and I'm excited about the other topics that I'm going to be talking about. So be sure to stick around for those videos, but hope you have a beautiful, wonderful week, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my next video. Bye guys.